Hi guys. So I wanted to share a couple of dreams with you. You might want to keep an eye out. I'll put some headlines up, especially on the second dream about India, which is random. And the first dream was about Canada. And this I think is pretty self-explanatory. It's basically that Canada's reputation will rise above America's reputation. Maybe that already has happened. But in the dream, it seemed like it was going to happen more or something. It was like I saw like Justin Trudeau sort of gaining respect on the world stage. And it could really relate to their handling of COVID, which I think was really good. So anyway, for whatever that's worth, I don't know if I have anyone here from Canada. Way to go. Well deserved compared to America, especially right now. And let's see, the other one was a dream about India. Now I dreamed of a man's face, and he was an Indian man from India. And what I got from it was somehow just from that simple thing, I got from it that, and I honestly didn't know anything about this, and now I feel like I've learned so much, but that there are wonderful minerals in the earth in India that people want to like suck out of the earth, pull from the earth there. And it was as if, with looking at this man's face, I knew that by doing that, you would suck the color out of that man's face or suck the life out of that man, sort of thing. So I just got a very strong sense that there were people who wanted these minerals from the earth in India. And I sympathized with the earth, really, and not wanting that to happen, and just sort of feeling that the idea of, by pulling all those minerals out of the earth, it sort of takes life from the earth. So I didn't know anything about all of this. There's so much that I didn't know about. It turns out there's quite a lot of headlines about the border of India and China, and scuffles and tensions rising there right now. And Vladimir Putin is right in the center of it. And so is Donald Trump a little bit. It's very weird. So it's the Himalayan border. And I guess there's always been, or for a very long time, I'm going to read some headlines here. Why Russia's getting involved in the China-India border dispute. This struck me more than anything. Moscow is keen to regain its influence in South Asia, which has been on the wane since its invasion of Afghanistan and the fall of the Soviet Union. I keep getting this with Putin, that he's like obsessed with bringing back the Soviet Union. Vladimir Putin has a vision of a Russia-led Greater Eurasia community of nations, and for this to work, it needs to play ball with both Beijing and Delhi. I hope I said that right. And that's from September 2020, not long ago. And then I find out India discussed the China border tensions with Russia the same day it spoke on these things with Trump. So it's like there's something weird going on. Yeah, so there's been some rising tensions and combat at this border. The defense ministers of India and China held talks in Moscow on Friday. Why? Moscow? So Putin has put himself in the middle of these tensions and is really siding with China, is what I get. And I find it really interesting that the reason China is now aligning with Russia more is because of how the United States has treated China. Here's my guess, that Trump's whole thing with this trade war with China and attacking China, and China did this and China did that and China's our enemy and we don't like China. It's like that was a directive from Putin so that Putin could be there to sort of like an ex-boyfriend or something who's like, what's the matter? Are you okay? Let's talk. Hang out with me. It's like Putin is there to pick up whatever China needs and to sort of align with China. And now I think that a lot of it is going to be against India. Now Putin and China are going to like gang up on India. That's my guess. Another weird little tidbit is that, oh yeah, look at this. Amid tensions, Russia is deploying thousands of soldiers near China border. This is September 21st, 2020, weeks ago. And it's like, why is Russia looking to strengthen its... So yeah. And of course, yeah, part of the attraction of this area, this Himalayan border, is the minerals. And I think there's like many $billion worth of minerals in this area. So it's like, Putin is like, while we, I wonder a lot, what does Putin want? And I think a lot of it is more of this. He's rising in the world stage in these different areas because the US is out of commission, not paying attention or abusing some of these other countries so Russia can like swoop in and be the new boyfriend or whatever. I swear, that's kind of how I see it. Like, dump China so I can be the new boyfriend. And act like be really abusive, and then it'll make them weak, and I'll take them in. And, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some activity at that border moving forward. And like I said before, I think there might be also at the Arctic territory. Oh, and then this is a very weird thing. This is from October 1st. This is literally the last thing he did before he got sick. President Trump declares national emergency for critical minerals. What? He has declared a national emergency to expand the nation's domestic mining industry and reduce its dependence on China for critical minerals. I don't understand. I just find it really just a coincidence that out of the blue, suddenly these minerals, they are minerals that are used in a lot of items that we all depend on, but something weird there. So let's do a read on that. I want to know what Putin wants. What is Putin? Okay. Help us to see, what is Putin's game with Trump? What is Putin's game? What is going on? He sure works hard. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I found this very interesting. So, what does Putin want? Putin wants... Wheel of Fortune is a very powerful card. He wants very much to turn... I really think this ties into his Soviet Union fantasy. He wants to turn back time and get that glory of... And honestly, I don't know very much about this at all, but I just feel like the glory of the Soviet Union... Was that a glorious empire, or was there a Russian empire a long time ago? Something that he glorifies from the past about Russia. He wants it back. And to be this great, he wants to be like that person at the top, like the great Vladimir Putin, who has restored greatness to this great country, this great land, empire, this great empire. He wants a great empire. Covering that is the Strength card. The only problem, the reason he can't get this is I see this as America won't let him. Okay, see this woman managing this lion, closing its mouth. It's more powerful. She's more powerful than the lion, and that's been a problem for him, is that they keep stopping him at every turn. So America has been a problem for a long time for him, of course. So then we have the Hanged Man at the surface. This I read as, this has been a long game. Like from before he was ever even president, he's been plotting this out. Which I guess isn't a big surprise, but it's just interesting to see it in the cards. Okay, so in the recent past, in his game, this is like the Tower card in traditional tarot, or the House of God. You can see it crumbling. This is America right now. This is what he has achieved. perhaps he's managed to also achieve this in other countries. A lot of his propaganda goes out in many different countries, like, things happening in England with Brexit and that sort of thing. This has been a long, intelligent game he's been playing, putting out ideas, doubts, paranoias, conspiracy theories to create all these tensions and divisions and chaos in order for things to crumble in these countries that normally, so maybe it's not just America, but other countries aligned with America that keep stopping him from taking what he wants and making Russia great. Again, interestingly, ironically. So, this couldn't be, America could not be in more of a disaster than it is. Maybe it could, but wow, it's bad. And then his goal is to be this King of Wands. While things crumble, he wants to be, and it sort of reminded me of that thing where suddenly he's stepping in between India and China. And part of me does wonder, does this long game have to do with India or China? When I get into these world politics, I get lost, but I do feel that, and I don't know if he's doing this in other areas also on the world stage, where he steps in because America has fallen out. Gosh. And down at the base, this Three of Swords, okay? At first I thought, no, this Three of Swords would be like a person who is devastated. You see that sorrow. It's like sword through the heart, right? And I tried to feel in, is this him? Is he deep inside a sad, sad man? I felt this as what he does to others, okay? He crushes others so he can swoop in and be this King of Wands in exactly the time and place that he wants it to happen. Like perhaps swooping in for China when Trump did that insane trade war. And now suddenly these two are closer, and now he wants to help with that India border, and he's bringing in his own troops. And I know there's other areas where Trump has removed troops, and, and suddenly Putin swoops in and takes the area. What am I thinking of? Now, in trying to find one thing, I just found another very interesting thing. Trump's decision to move troops from Germany slammed as a gift to Putin. This was July 29th, 2020. Wow. So there you go. He's doing this all over. And I know I've heard this story of other areas of the world also. Wow. Oh, here, yeah. Putin, wasn't that nice? Yeah, when Trump withdrew U.S. troops from Syria, Putin liked that very much. It's real. So he likes, to leave these areas in devastation so he can come in and be powerful. I got a couple clarifiers on this. Sorrow card. It's like bumming me out. So, Six of Swords. Leaving conflict behind. Oh my God, I just got such a buzz in my head because it's exactly what we're talking about with Trump. Trump pulls out troops. And here comes Putin, 10 of Cups. Salvation. It's so creepy because there is something about him where he feels like this god. He really, like that card right here. Ugh. So he comes in. I'll take over from here with this 10 of Cups. There's a fantasy element to what he's doing on the world stage. There's uncomfortable. Ace of Pentacles, I read, this is him right now. He's feeling, if you see this, is it a man or a woman just in that position, I feel that he is feeling like sort of an, what is it, ace in the hole or something? An ace in the hole is an ace dealt and held face down, especially, an advantage or resource kept back until the proper opportunity presents itself. Oh, that's creepy. So here we are. Ooh, and he's feeling like this is his opportunity. Things are falling apart in America. No one's paying attention. Trump is pulling troops out left and right. Aren't they sad? I'm coming in. Ace of Pentacles, this is his moment. He got there. He did it. And then this Queen of Swords obsessed me so much. This is exactly the feeling I got in my dream. If you look at this, how she is sucking up the life from this body. That is how I felt about India and that man. He was sort of representing the land or something. And so this is Putin. He wants to suck up the natural minerals, the natural resources. This is what he's after on the world stage. It's about land for him. Oh, and which is what I got here in this Six of Wands. Glory card, naturally, glory. But also if you look at these stakes, these wands, I see them as like sort of stakes in various plots of land. So he's out there staking his claim on the world stage in these areas. Okay, so as traumatic as all of this was, good news, long-term outcome, this Nine of Wands, I think like just by the picture in itself, it's like he's in a cage. He will be back to a defensive position. He will be pushed back again. I mean, I almost saw this as, he's going to be back in his cage. If he's gotten away with things because Trump, he's going to be put back in his cage, so to speak. And he might not like it. Clarifier. Oh, yeah. And then at the base at this time, just when I had this card. Oh, yeah. And here's how I know also. He's going to be put back with the Fool card. We have our new administration, the Empress, America, new administration. Five of Wands. It's not going to be easy times for him anymore. Five of Wands is like, you're gonna be in trouble. Impasse is also being like stuck, like he's not going to be able to move forward on these things. I could have really stopped there, but he will have to go back to just dreaming, in his cage. Back to the dream, I guess. Because he's going to have problems falling on him with this Seven of Cups is kind of back to illusion, delusion. Seven of Wands. He's going to have to, he's not going to be able to step all over anyone anymore. He's going to have to try to stand just on his ground. This Eight of Wands, there's going to be a lot coming down upon him with this new administration. Probably like more sanctions and get out of this area, get out of this area. We'll be bringing maybe we'll be bringing troops back to areas that are left vulnerable. That's what this is, leaving these areas vulnerable. Man, to him coming in. Ugh. Clarifiers on this. Very strong. Judgment and the world. Yeah. Along with the new administration, they're like, it's like when you feel a couple like good, happy cards, it's like, oh, thank goodness. And the world is that. The world, like, feeling like, if his ambitions are on the world will, sort of be safe again, I think. If America can get back to being the country it's supposed to be, protecting democracy on the world stage, which is what it was meant to be, I think. A pillar of democracy who fights for, those who are trying to not be taken over by dictators. It's like the world will get itself. We'll get the world back on track, hopefully, by stopping these types. And then this as well, this Two of Swords, I feel this as the ability to protect one's land. If you look at this woman with her swords up, I feel that to be the sort of the Arctic that he has his eye on, and perhaps the areas of India, like that they will be able to stand their own ground. So I like that. Oh, and then after I pulled those extra cards, I looked at the base and there's this Nine of Swords. This felt like this along with this for like, it just feels that he's in a terrible place of like paranoia. He's just very paranoid at the end of this. It's not a happy place. And I got this Queen of Pentacles over here, but I ended it and then it showed up again in this story. So there's a Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to guess that this is a woman who is hired in the administration, who would be maybe like a Secretary of State, maybe like, I mean, I'm just throwing out Elizabeth Warren because I love her and she's very strong. I don't know if that's the right position for her, but something, or like a Susan Rice? That just came to me. Was she already Secretary of State? Anyway, a woman who is going to be strong on Russia is coming in. Oh, and that's going to make him feel very paranoid. Oh boy, he's scared. 3 of Wands. 4 of Wands is my card for Joe Biden coming in, his new administration, his inauguration. What's this 3 of Wands here? Fate. It says fate here. A lot of times it means travel. He'll be looking from afar. He'll be staying in his own territories. So I'll just end that there. At the base, also when I pulled these cards, I saw, yeah, this magician, sort of in relation to these cards. Yeah, he's got his eye on a lot of different things and using his whatever powers he has available to him. And it's this, there's this weird, this ties into that sort of weird fantasy he has of himself as some kind of a savior of something. He tries to cover his hate with love, or an illusion of love. And then this emperor, because he wants to be a ruler of many, many things. He wants to be a ruler of governments. He wants to own other people's governments. This Lover's card, maybe that's that thing I saw with China. The Hermit, he's just a spy. I mean, a secret spy trying to find weakness. This 5 of Pentacles, sorry, the Hermit, the Moon, this secret spy trying to find dirt and weakness in others. God, I swear, this COVID thing, this pandemic thing, you have to wonder, with everything else, this guy has tried to crumble on the world stage. Who knows? I mean, at the very least, we know he wants it to be very bad in America because he's very much behind a lot of the propaganda, along, sadly, with American, like, conservative operatives. Why are they all spreading the same anti-mask propaganda? It's just crazy. It's such big stuff. But honestly, I feel we are going to be okay. I mean, you don't get this Judgment and this World card and this 9 of Wands if he's not going to be finished. We are going to be able, these lands are going to be able to protect themselves from him. So that's a crazy read. You know, I had to look into it and I'm really glad I get to share it with you guys. I really enjoy doing that, and let me know your, intuitions on your end and what you get on this, and hang in there and like and subscribe if you made it this far, please. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.